What's up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here with the one, the only...
Gershwin! Who can relate? This is a video series where we answer the questions left by you, the viewer. If you have a question for us, simply comment down below, put question in front of your question, because we get to those questions first. And this is for the greater... Yeah! And that is what Wilfred Keeley did. He asks, if Russ returns, would he approve of Guiliman's role as the leader of the Imperium? If not, would he attempt to remove him from power by any means necessary? I am 100% certain that whenever Leman Russ comes back, he's going to fight Guiliman. Because he fights everybody.
Yeah, he fought the Emperor, he fought Angron, he fought the Lion, he fought Magnus.
He fought them all.
Yeah.
He's just an angry guy. He's just an angry guy.
Well, I mean, he's... it's all about, like, his culture and stuff. Like, the Fenrisian lore, they're basically like Vikings. They get into tussles. Mm-hmm. They drink mead. Mm-hmm. Think Beowulf. That dude got into a lot of fights. Angelina Jolie.
Good question. Oh, next one.
Did we even answer that?
Yeah.
What could the Big E do with his psychic powers besides shoot lightning? Asks Marcel Goussard. So the Big E could basically do anything. That's what the E stands for. Anything. No, but yeah, I mean, he had like, didn't he also, like, basically think of every psychic thing that his Primarchs had. He had that times 1,000. So like he could peer into the future somewhat, kind of like Conrad Kurz. He could shoot bolts of lightning, like you said. He had precognition, telekinesis.
Yep. He had them all.
All. And then some.
Next question comes from Nathan Stevenson. Why do Eldar get gods looking after them but not humans? They do. It's the Emperor. The Emperor protects. That's their whole motto.
Remember, he don't want you thinking he's a god.
No. Next question comes from... You got one?
Oh, Henrik Lopez. This is an interesting one. Would the spaceships from the Independence Day universe be a threat in 40k, considering that these aliens have vessels that can literally cover half the surface of a planet, such like Terra?
I would say no, because aren't they super slow?
They weren't like super slow, because they were keeping up with like jets and stuff.
Oh, but why did it take them so long to blow up the... What was it, the White House?
Yeah. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've seen Independence Day. But I mean, if humans could beat those aliens, if Will Smith can punch one in the face, then they must not be that big of a threat.
Yeah, then, what's his name? Drago can do it. Mm-hmm. Because that's basically what he is. Will Smith to our universe is what Drago is to
40k.
40k.
Fresh Prince of Drago.
Yeah. Next question comes from Ernie Garcia. Can you show us your personal armies and any stories behind specific units? So actually, if you take a look behind the Sound Alchemist head, there are two...
Which head?
There are two, what are they called? Warglaves?
Yeah, the ones that come in the Forge Bane box.
Yeah, and I am creating one, I'm custom building them, and I'm going to create like a whole unit, like lore behind it and all that kind of stuff, and then I'll showcase the artwork, or my paint job. Because so far, only the recent things that I have painted I am willing to put on like a video. All the stuff that I painted like
5 years ago?
Yeah, 5 years. I wouldn't even say 2 years ago. Like, they were not that good. Like the Tyranids I painted for our one friend, those are pretty bad. But yeah, it's coming.
And I've been doing this for over a year, dude. Check out the Celestial Sun playlist. There's like 26 videos on it. It showcases the history behind my fan-made 11th Legion Primarch. The units in there, the codex rules that I have for them, so check it out. We also got like army showcases. Well, I do, not so much this guy, but you can see my Grey Knights, my Tau, Blood Angels, and all that stuff.
I do have a conversion.
Yeah.
If you type in Ork conversion on YouTube, I think mine is like one of the top ones, and it's how
It's the last page of YouTube.
It's like how I converted the what is it called?
It is the Age of Sigmar. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, but it's a conversion. You check it out.
Yeah.
Next question.
This one's by Alexandre Thomas. So the Space Marine with their armor can survive in harsh environments like space. So how come on Isvan 3 a virus bomb was able to kill many Space Marines? Shouldn't their power armor be completely sealed and thus not allowing the virus bomb to work?
At that point, Chaos was helping them out. So probably Nurgle had something to do with some contagion that really affected those Marines. Either that or what's his name, Mortarion. He probably was like, we're really good at defending ourselves from this, but this here bomb specific strain will kill Adeptus Astartes. Something like that. You agree?
I don't know, to be honest with you. I'm trying to read all the Horus Heresy books, so I haven't gotten to that part yet. But I mean, I know exactly what happens, like on Isvan, so. But yeah, I'm not sure of the specifics.
Next question comes from Chris Stazen. About menstruation in 40k, would they think all women are making a sacrifice to the blood god? Are there special rites they perform? I'm glad you're asking us about menstruation because we are experts at this topic.
No. No, because like that's the same thing. Like if you get cut, oh, I'm bleeding. Am I praising the blood god? I have a skull. Skulls for the skull throne. Right?
I can just picture an Imperial citizen going, no! And he tries to rip his head off.
But they don't, like the average Imperial citizen doesn't know about chaos.
They're not supposed to know.
Mm-mm.
Next one.
I just saw that same question about menstruation. This one's by Rafwir Raman. Do C'tan possess any psychic powers? And if so, assuming that a C'tan can be found, can this C'tan be captured and then imprisoned on the Golden Throne to free the Emperor? Calm down. Calm down.
Whoa.
So, no. C'tan, I've said no too many times. C'tan are not warp entities. They are literally star gods. Like they're like huge masses of like star dust that would consume other materials and whatnot. But their main weakness is the warp. So no, they don't use warp powers. They have C'tan powers, which is their own thing. I mean, you could imprison them, because that's what the Necrons did. They put them in necrodermis bodies, and they sharded them. Yeah, sharded them. So they got Necron shards, or C'tan shards. So yeah, you can imprison them. You can put them in Tesseract vaults. You've got C'tan prison shackles. I forgot what it's called. But there are ways to imprison them. There are ways to kind of guide their destructive power the way you want it to go. But imprisoning one in the Golden Throne and thus reviving the Emperor is exactly what my Celestial Sons fan-made chapter Legion is trying to do. They're trying to take the Void Dragon and use that to resurrect the Emperor by commanding the Machine Spirit inside the Golden Throne to bring him back.
Sounds legit.
I don't know. It's kind of impossible. Because, I mean, literally, like, there's no way any force can get through Terra into Mars, and you know, there's just so much going there. But will my Legion do it?
Oh, okay. Next question comes from Jean-Luc Martel. So what about pop culture? Superheroes are really popular, so would the warp manifest the Avengers or the Justice League? Oh, you're saying this because we were saying that Jesus actually existed because people believe that Jesus existed. But we don't believe that Spider-Man exists. We know that he's a character. So no, he does not manifest in the warp, right?
Right.
Good question, though. You got one?
Yeah, this one's a pretty interesting one. So what about pop culture? So this one's by JJ. What's up with the Primarch scattering? How did that happen? Did Chaos sneak in a window and steal 20 babies to shoot them at the universe? Basically, yeah. Yeah, essentially the ruinous powers of Chaos got into the gestation capsules or whatever. And they basically just did like the whole Krypton thing with Superman. They're like, go away, and it's
Scattered.
I'm really tired, man.
So am I. I keep yawning. Next question comes from Hi Marshall Helbrick. Who is the overall best loyal Primarch? Which includes loyalty, intelligence, and skill in battle.
Well, Guiliman is a master tactician.
Dorn was an OG when it came to defending stuff.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah,
he
was.
got beat twice by Perturabo. Once in the defense of Terra, because they broke through the gates.
But did he die, though?
He got his hand scrimshawed.
That was later.
And then in the Iron Cage, they got
That was
wrecked.
a trap, though. That don't count.
That's two for Perturabo.
But Perturabo's not a loyal. Like, he's not loyal at all.
Right. I'm just saying, like, if you're saying Dorn, he's got his butt whooped.
I feel like Dorn is better than Guiliman, though. Guiliman doesn't even have his right proportions.
Let's talk about that 30k figure though. Lionel Johnson.
He's pretty OG.
Pretty nifty.
I really think that it really comes down to whoever you ask. I don't think there is a overall master Primarch.
Horus.
But he's a traitor, and you like mentioned loyalty and whatnot. So yeah. Next one.
Oh, this one's by All Might. How can orcs tame Tyranids? I've seen some conversions of orcs riding Carnifexes. So is this legit, or is this just plain awesome craziness?
It's so legit you have to quit.
Cool.
So when a Tyranid gets detached from the hive mind, it just becomes an animal. And just like any other animal, an orc takes it and domesticates it. What do you think I was going to say?
Well, when you said when they leave the hive mind, it becomes an animal. So I pictured like Carnifex becoming a cat.
Yeah. Last question. I have one from Craig Hughes. What would happen if the God Emperor's body died? Is that the end of the Astronomicon? Did he not reincarnate? Would he not reincarnate into a body? We don't really know, man.
Right. Perpetualness is a very interesting topic. On the Facebook page, I get this question asked a lot. For example, what happens if a Perpetual gets eaten by a Tyranid? Will he regenerate inside the body and like bust out? If they're like beheaded and then you put that head in a box, like do they still come back? Or like would it be two Perpetuals, one being created by the headless body and one by the head itself? So it's a very interesting, convoluted topic that GW doesn't really talk about. So I don't know.
But the Astronomicon would go away.
Yeah, he would have to completely cease to power the Astronomicon in order to reconstruct himself or whatever it is.
Yep. And
that's going to mean disaster. Even for that split second for the Astronomicon to go away, demons are just going to bum rush Terra.
Bum rush. Yep. And those are the questions for today. Thank you for sending those questions our way. If you have more questions for us, comment down below.
That's right, guys. Don't forget to put a question in front of your question because we get those questions first.
Gershwin.
Sound Alchemist. Out of here.